ask yourself why you haven't achieved certain things in life? Why don't you have a certain amount of money in the bank? Why aren't you driving a supercar? Why aren't you traveling freely? Why don't you have financial freedom? Why don't you have this beautiful girlfriend you've always dreamed of? Well, maybe it's because your focus is distracted and you're not aligning your focus on one or two very important things. There's only so much time that you've got in the day. So if your focus is going to be dragged in 10 different directions, social media, the news, your sexual libido are mostly to blame, you're being thrown in all sorts of directions. You have such limited control over what you aim your focus on, and you're not specific about what you focus on. You end up being dragged in every direction that the world wants to take you. So think about this for a minute. Whatever you focus on is what you'll end up achieving. If you put a certain amount of energy into something that you really want for a prolonged period of time, I truly believe that you will get it. Now, in my life, when I put my focus on, I want to build a remote business, I want to get out of a 9 to 5, I want it to be automated, this is what I want to do. And I spent every single day doing that for 2 years. This is while I even had a job. While I worked at Google, my sole focus was, how do I build a remote automated business so that I can travel the world and be completely free? Now, outside of my day job, that was my focus. But even throughout my day job, I would be daydreaming and thinking about how I could make that happen. So I'd spend every minute of the day that I wasn't doing my core job thinking what business I could start that would be remote so I could start traveling the world, because that was just my dream. So I put all my energy and focus into that one thing. And 2 years later, I matched my salary and I was free. And so I knew at that point that whatever I would actually put my mind to, I could achieve. And there are multiple scenarios in my life that came true because I put my focus into it. One of them was also getting my green card, my Alien of Extraordinary Ability green card, which took 3 years to process. And it took about 6 months of my life of compiling 500 pages of why America should let me in, because I'm top 1% of entrepreneurs in my industry. And at the time, that was digital marketing, because I'd worked at Google and got to a certain position and actually built a digital marketing company that had gravitas, to which the government said, hey, this guy really knows what he's doing. He could build the next big thing in our country. So I put my focus on that solely for 6 months, not going out on weekends, staying in, building my CV, building my profile. And once again, I realized that if I really put my mind to something, I can actually achieve it. So what's your excuse? What makes me so different to you? It's not like I'm that much smarter than you. And I'm like, oh, I'm a genius and you're a fool. You'll never achieve these things. No, you can certainly achieve the things that you want in life. Your issue is that you're unfocused. And once again, your mind is going in so many directions that people are just dragging you into. Come and drink alcohol with us. Come and sleep with this hot girl. Come on holiday to Ibiza and dance away at this rave. Check out this hot girl on Instagram. Listen to this song on the radio. You're being pulled and you're just flowing through the wave of life. But people who actually build real things, people who build wealth, people who become successful in a specific realm and live an abundant life, they don't let the world dictate what they should be doing. They dictate what they need to be doing. And they are specific and rather obsessive about it. So if you choose what you focus on, and first of all, you got to figure out what you need to focus on. Now, there are many ways that you can figure that out. That's for another video. But you should find out what you're interested in, what you're actually good at doing, what you're obsessive over, what you wouldn't get bored of ever doing. And you can ask your friends about these things and be like, hey, what are some of my skill sets that you think make me a good friend or make me a good person, or that I could value or offer value to the rest of the world? So there are multiple frameworks to do so, to find out what you're actually good at. If you know what you're actually good at and you know what you need to do, then you ought to apply some focus to that and diverting your energy towards one or two things, no more than that. Because the man that chases 2 rabbits actually catches neither. And I've noticed that when I've got 3 or 4 projects on the go, none of them really kick off and do very well. But when I focus on 1, maximum 2, because think about the other parts of the day where you need to keep fit, you need to eat good food, you need to sleep well, you've only really got time for 1, maximum 2 things, 2 projects in your life. to focuses and you drive towards them for a long enough period of time, you will achieve those things. You will get so much closer to your goals, and you want to catch yourself when you get distracted. So here's your challenge for the next 7 days. Find out where your brain leads you to and write down what most of your energy went towards during that week. Literally write down on a sheet of paper where most of your thoughts went to, and you'll make a list and you'll see where your mind is going and what's distracting you. So if you write ex-girlfriend, or NFL, or food, or gym, whatever you write is what you're obsessing over during the week. You need to realign your brain and start visualizing what it is what you want to be doing. And now that can come in many shape and forms. A lot of people put up posters and notes around them to keep reminding them of what they need to achieve and the goals they need to achieve. Or they might set up their workspace in a way where they're not distracted from the task at hand. They know they need to do something in particular, and if they're to write a novel, then they'll have the laptop open at all times and the clicker on Google Docs with the title, so you're more likely to go there and think, okay, this has been there the whole day, everywhere I look, it's there, this is becoming my focus, rather than anything else you've written on that sheet of paper, which is just purely distracting you from your focus. So if you implement this skill and you're able to get better at this over time, you will become dangerous. You will achieve your goals, and you will not be determined by how society wants you to live. You'll start determining how you should live and building a reality around your thoughts and your focuses.